Hello everybody, today we are going to start exercise 1.4 chapter number 1, knowing our numbers. In this exercise we are going to learn rounding of numbers. Now what is rounding of numbers? Let us learn that first. Rounding numbers. Rounding numbers implies that if any random number is given to you like 3947, if you want to find out which is the nearest 10 or nearest 100 or nearest 1000, that is called the rounding off. That means to the nearest I would say complete numbers. Like if you want to round off to the nearest 100, that means till this place. So this is the hundreds place, so that means it is near to which 100? So this is near to 3900, so this is rounding off. Suppose you want to round off to this place, so this is rounding off to 3950. You must have heard in the shops that sometimes they suppose your bill is 48 rupees and they ask you please buy 2 sweets, then it will be 50 rupees, then it will be easy for me to give the change. So this is what they are trying to do. They are trying to round off for their convenience. So bringing to the nearest number which has a 0 at the end is called the rounding off. Although this is not the proper definition, but in simple language you can say that rounding off is this process. So let us start with the first sum. Question number 1, subpart 1. So subpart 1, the number given is 77 and you have to round off to the nearest tens. What is my question in question number 1? Nearest 10. So let us write down the units place and this is the tens place. Now since it is rounding off to the nearest tens, I have to round off till this place. You must remember that when you are rounding off any number to a particular position, then the numbers, my target is to change all the numbers to the right of it to 0 and to the left of it will remain unchanged. So let us see another example over here before we move forward. Suppose this, I'll take another number 2481. If I want to round off to this position, which is the hundreds position, then these will become 0 and this will remain same. And then we will decide actually what this number will be. Will it remain 4 or it will become the next number, which is 5. If we take another number like 5, 6, 7, 1, if I want to round off to this position, then this will be decided whether it will be 7 or it will remain 7 or it will be 8, but this will become 0 and the numbers to the left of it will remain unchanged. So here we have to round off to the tens place. So I have to see, this will become 0, no doubt, but what will this number become in the next step? This you have to decide by seeing this number. What do you see here? If this number, that is the number just on the right of this position, is less than 5, then this one remains unchanged, and if it is more than equal to 5, more than or equal to 5, then this number will increase by 1. So this, in this case the number is unchanged, but in this case this number, this one will increase. We are seeing this position and judging, but the change will be in this number. Why in this number? Because they have asked you to round off to this place. So this will become 0, but we decided that since it is more than or equal to 5, this will increase by 1, so it will become 80. You can see it another way also. 77 lies between 70 and 80. Okay, and your question is round off to the nearest 10. So 77 is closer to 80 than 70. So that is why the answer is 80. Now this is an easy process, but when the number of digits increases, it becomes very difficult. So in that case, we will judge it in this process. Let us see another one. Question number 1, subpart 2. 903. Now if it is 903, then again we have to round off to the nearest tens. Let us write the place values: unit, 10, 100. So this is my place where you have to round off. So we are going to look at this number and see what will happen to this number. Now this number is less than 5 or more than 5. This is less than 5. So if it is less than 5, then what did we see? That this number will remain unchanged. So this will remain unchanged. The right hand side numbers will become 0 and left hand side numbers will remain unchanged. So 903, when rounded off to the nearest tens, it is becoming 900. This is the answer. If you see 1 subpart 3, it is 1205. So this is again the tens place. This is the tens place. You have to look at this number. So this is more than equal to 5. So when this is more than equal to 5, then what happens? This increases by 1. So 0 plus 1 will be 1. So this is plus 1. You have to add 1. Right hand side numbers will become 0 and the left hand side digits will remain unchanged. So here the answer is 1210. I hope you have understood till now. So in this way we can round off all the numbers. Now let us do another one. Question number 2. Question number 2, subpart 3. The number given is 5, 3, 9, 6 and 1. And in this question you have to round off to the nearest 100. That is the hundreds place. Unit, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. So this is my position where you have to round off. So I am going to look into this digit. Now see, this digit is more than 5. So when it is more than 5, what will happen? This place is going to get increased by 1. Now pay attention. Here the digit is 9. So when you increase this by 1, it will become 10. So in this case it will become 5400. Okay, this will be the answer. Let us do another one. This is not there in the book, but still for example, another practice, I am taking another number. 74921, and you have to round off to this position. What position is this? Unit, 10, 100, 1000. That is rounding off to the nearest 1000. When it is to the nearest 1000, then this is the place where I have to round off. Let us check this number. Now see, this number is less than 5. So this will remain unchanged. So this remains unchanged. Right hand side numbers become 0 and the left hand side numbers remains unchanged. But if in the same number, if in this number instead of 2 over here, if it had a number, 74961. This is another example, and you have to round off to this position. Then see, this number is more than 5. So when it is more than 5, what will happen? This must increase by 1. This becomes plus 1. So when it is plus 1, then this becomes 10. So only in that case this one increases by 1 also. 49 plus 1 is 50. The right hand side digits become 0, and the other left hand side digits remains 1s. Let us move on. Question number 3, subpart 1. 5706, and you have to round off to the nearest 1000, that is this place. So unit 10, 100, 1000. So this is the rounding off position. Let us check this number. This is 7, so this is more than 5. So if it is more than 5, then what will happen? This will increase by 1, so this becomes 6, and all right hand side digits becomes 0, and here there is no left hand side number, so this is the answer. We have another interesting question, 3 subpart 2. The question is 378. Now see, here there is no hundreds place. Sorry, here there is no thousands place. This place is empty, the thousands place is empty. Let me write down this again. There's no place this side. See, the thousands place is empty. So that means here it is 0. So this is the rounding off position. Let us check this number. This is less than 5. So what will happen? This remains 0. So the answer will be 0. And it's not going to increase, so this will become 0. Now see, why 0 is the answer. Now 378 lies between which two thousands? 0 and 1000, and the mid value is 500, and it is less than 500, so obviously it is nearer to this 1000, not this 1000. So the answer is 0. But this is another example which is not there in the book. But if this would have been 723, and you have been asked to round off to the nearest 1000, then what would happen? See this number, this is the rounding off place. This is more than 7, so this will increase by 1, and the rest will become 0. So in that case the answer will be 1000. I hope it is clear till this point. Now this you must see these portions over and over again for getting a very clear concept, and practice on your own with random examples.